So this video is sponsored by Pionex, one of the exchanges I use all the time. It's one of the main crypto brokers to Binance, so the volume is very high. The main thing that sets them apart though is that you can use free trading bots, a variety all designed to benefit from different market behaviors, whether that's up, down or sideways. You'll get 20% off all your trading fees for life with my link in the description. And if you join the Telegram, a lot of us already use it, so if you've got questions we can try and help you out. Hey everybody, welcome back. So the Bitcoin breakout's taken place, that's fine. We were in this triangle formation here. We had money flow index tailing off with a consolidation at a high level. And I think the last time we were looking at this, I said, look, there's as far as this is telling us, it's similar to what the on-chain data would say, which is that there's more people buying it than there is selling it. So even when volume drops out of the market here to a fast and large extent, the price stays relatively stable, and now that we're turning back up again, and we are still turning up, then there's plenty of price to move on this one. This could bring us into the $70,000, even higher than that over the coming weeks. It could with this kind of setup. Now, obviously, we've pumped and we're outside of a Bollinger Band right now. We should cool off, but there's no reason why we shouldn't, because again, it would suggest that there's more buyers than sellers. No one wants to part with their Bitcoin. Do you know what I mean? But if we're thinking about other areas, like altcoins, we can also look over to our best friend Ethereum. Ethereum is absolutely loving it as well, printing new all-time highs with Bitcoin, and so it's keeping the market generally high. And this is your total market cap including Bitcoin, so entire crypto market cap just peaking at 3 trillion more or less today, just short of that. We've got a cupping handle, we've got a continuation. So this is something that we've established on the channel weeks back, saying that everything's going to be fine. Everything looks, should I say, that it's going to be fine. We've got a continuation of an uptrend. We've also got a very bullish formation, and cupping handles are usually pretty good, to be honest with you. So everything's looking pretty good, top caps especially, and you know me, I've been doing a few cheeky longs, and I don't really do many leverage positions, but it's been rude not to recently. EOS caught a decent move yesterday, and XRP prior to that. All of these long-term situations are going to continue to play out. I think the market is going to pull out another trillion from its back passage and continue up across the board. But with Bitcoin specifically, it does look way more bullish than generally alts, although there's many alts out here, especially something like Litecoin, that have epic signals on them. We were looking at Litecoin on the live stream. I do a Patreon live stream twice a week, and someone said, let's have a look at Litecoin. And as we were looking at it, we saw that there was a conversion baseline cross above the cloud, cheeky span above price action. This is your continuation of an uptrend, basically an entry point. Yeah, the entry point was around here. So we're talking $200. I think is the time when we were looking at it. I said, wow, that's a great signal right there. And then on top of that, we have a green portion of the cloud, obviously the cross, price and cheeky span above the cloud, which is the second way that you can play the Ichimoku cloud. And what that one determines isn't the continuation of a trend or the start of a trend, it's an immediate pump. And so we've got both of those. And we were talking about that on the live stream. So I suggest you join the Patreon, because it's not that we do it looking for calls, but we do navigate our way through as many altcoins as we can do in a 2-hour period. And this one ended up, like I say, it's all about learning. It's not about making calls. It's about learning. And this has been a great chart to have seen on that Patreon live stream on when was that, Sunday, to see how it's played out as a result of that. Again, this isn't me making calls. This is charts and how to read charts and what these charts. If you interpret them correctly and use use what the indicators in the way that they're designed to be used, then that's what gives you the edge. It's not me. It's the charts. It's the signals. It's the indicators. Right. So aside from all of this, altcoins appear to be strong, and I think they will continue to be strong. But it does look like the top to medium caps are the ones that are doing the best moves at the moment, and I think these are going to continue. Now we're still looking at micro rotations within a rotation period, which basically means that Bitcoin pumps and then altcoins should follow. That's what I think is going to happen in this current portion of the market right now. There's your Bitcoin dominance chart coming down to these lower levels of support, bounce from here, and then we did reclaim the 20 weekly, but now we're below it again. Rejection here and a rejection so far already. So if we're below the 20 weekly, we have to assume ever so slightly that we're going to remain below the 20 weekly until we go a little bit lower. So with every Bitcoin pump right now, given the way that we see the total market cap, we look at Ethereum and all the other top cap coins that we've looked at, like Ethereum, Litecoin. There's lots of other ones that are all due more pump. They're the ones that are going to carry the market cap with it and determine the green or red candle on the Bitcoin dominance chart. So I think that we're looking at a rejection here, which means that if we do get a pullback, the place to be buying would be for top cap altcoins. So this is going to be your Litecoin, Chainlink, Bitcoin Cash, the list goes on. Top cap to medium caps. Small caps don't appear to be having a good time at the moment. Doesn't mean that they won't, but at the moment I think the top caps are the places to be. And using Bitcoin as your overall indicator is the way to navigate those dips. So, overall, the market is absolutely epic. Over trading in this kind of environment could also be a bit of a problem. When the market looks this epic, generally speaking, as a whole, I think that maybe the best thing to do, for people who haven't, quite got to grips with actually trading confidently and consistently, is to probably just allow for your positions to grow in value. It's going to be a bit of a sweeping statement and obviously will not apply to absolutely everything, but try not to overtrade and get too clever. The market as a whole is the one thing that you should be focused on, which means that it does look like it wants to go up, maybe pointing towards 4 trillion before this bubble pops. Maybe it could even go higher, I don't know. But that means that there's a lot of money going to come into the market. At the moment, it does appear that the money is entering the market in favour of altcoins ever so slightly than Bitcoin, but that might not be the case for much longer. We just don't know. We don't know, and I'm not here to tell you exactly the way it's going to go, but I do favour at this very short period that we're going through right now, with every Bitcoin pump, there will be a follow-up pump where alts will outperform Bitcoin just in the short term, mostly in the top cap altcoin situations here. That probably won't last. I think what will inevitably happen is the Bitcoin dominance will break and Bitcoin will go up to those areas that I spoke about in that video, was it last week, where I determined my price prediction, which seemed obviously, and it still does seem relatively high, but I'm pretty confident that it's not, well, I wouldn't say confident, but I don't think it's a ridiculous figure. Anyway, I'm going to keep that figure secret from you all. If you want to find out, you have to watch the video, won't you? Or join the Patreon, or just the Telegram. That's free. Anyway, other than that, I'm going to leave it with you here. So every Bitcoin dip gets bought back with a top cap altcoin. That's how I'm doing it. Some leverage positions where I feel like the market is the risk is in my not doesn't outweigh the reward. Again, that'd have to be a significant dip to a very strong level of support if that were to happen. I'm not promoting the use of futures trades. If anything, I'm trying to deter you from it. It's a bit of a nasty way to end a bull market, is to get liquidated in a futures trade. Right now, everyone's a genius, and that's how we should enjoy the market. We should just sit back and enjoy the fact that we're all a genius. And you'd have to be extremely unlucky right now to be in a position which isn't going to go up between now and the end of the year. However, as we get higher and higher and higher and higher, we do have to expect a bubble pop. Might not happen, but it could. And the only way I could really say that we're going to find a bubble pop is the same way that we've always found them. Money flow index on a weekly, bubble pop, bubble pop, bubble pop. And for the moment, we're not quite there yet. So there's definitely a lot of room to run for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to determine the market overall. And this is how we're going to monitor the health of the market. And at the moment, it looks pretty good to me. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.